Good morning. It's wonderful to have you with us. Today we're going to journey into one of those places of deep, deep connection and guidance. That place where we do what you might call talk with an angel. So I invite you to take this time and use it to reach that beauty within yourself, to touch that great wisdom that is within you. And thank you that your consciousness joins and blesses ours. Bless you.
In this moment, in this place, in the stillness of our open hearts, we have come to share the presence of the God within and to hold a sacred space. In this moment, at this time, where we feel the oneness of all, we have come here to build a sanctuary of love. In this moment, in this place, in this moment, in this place. Good morning. Please welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek. Please join us in singing Here in This Place, and you may remain seated. Here in this place, it's safe and it's warm. Here in this place, there's no fear. Here in this place, we can be who we are, and all we believe is held dear. No matter what the question, you can find the answer here. In love's embrace, here in this place. Beautiful, let's sing. Here in this place, of truth. Here in this place, we are free. Here in this place, we're all children of God and grateful for all we can be. No matter where you wander, you are always welcome here, here in the arms of grace, here in this place. Here in this place, we're alive in the light. Here in this place, we are found. Here in this place, the heart is at home, and we know that we're on holy ground. No matter what the question, you can find the answer here. In love's embrace, here in this place. Here in the arms of grace, here in this place. morning again. I am your song leader. Yes. And your welcome wagon. Please acknowledge our band Fusion and our guest artists, Jabari and Dot, whom I've named Jot and Dot. Works. You're in for a special treat this morning. Please join me in welcoming our online friends. Say hey. Hey. We're delighted to have you with us. We look forward to bringing you amazing music and message this morning. And if you are new to Unity, we are such an amazing movement, because that's what we are. We're a movement. You know, we're not a church. We're not a doctrine. We're a movement, because we're always moving with the flow of life, the flow of the universe, and what is transpiring on our planet in such a way that we can support you in moving through the things of your life in a peaceful and powerful way in order to have a life of love and joy and peace and prosperity. Our foundation teaching is that of prayer. This movement was founded on prayer and the healing of Myrtle Fillmore. Let us have an experience of our affirmative prayer by joining with me in saying our opening statement. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Let us take that in. Just feel it moving through you. Just breathe into it. Let it fill your heart. And again, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. And take it even deeper. Just let it fill our hearts. Knowing this is so powerful. And once more, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Allow that truth, as it fills us, to extend itself out into our world, that we all may know the divine truth that we are one with God and each other. And for this we are so grateful. And together we say, Amen. So remain seated and please join us in our next congregation song. Teach me to pray. And we've been learning this, so it's our third time. We're not going to bother you with it much longer, but we're going to really sing it. So I really want you to sing it today. Ready? Teach me to pray. My heart is open wide. My cares are swept away. Spirit, teach me to pray. Teach me to live in grace, the holy way. Here in this sacred space, Spirit, teach me to live in grace. Teach me to live in love unconditionally. Let my heart open up. Spirit, teach me to live in love. Lift me up in the light, in your holy way, knowing the time is right. Spirit, lift me in the light. Spirit, lift me in the light. Spirit, lift me in the light.
All right, take that deep breath through your heart. Let's breathe in, and as we breathe in that awareness of all this love that is this divine presence in which we live and move and have our being. Gently breathing out, releasing as we enter into our time of prayer and meditation together. So wiggle around, get comfortable, and find that way that works for you to journey into your heart. For it's there we make this beautiful divine connection. And let the music be part of that invitation to the center of your heart. I am. That gentle statement of being. That call to our pure spiritual being, our true self. Father, Mother, God, guide us now. Awaken us now. Call us now to the experience of that I am, that true being within each of us. Gently breathing the gratitude for all this love that cares for us. This love that expresses as vibrant, radiant life in our bodies. This love that is the illumination in mind and heart, the guidance, the wisdom that cares for us and unfolds our lives. We breathe that feeling of appreciation for that beautiful purpose that flows through each of our lives. For all the blessings that come in the form of people, loved ones and family, those close friends and people that our lives get to touch in work, in community, people whose lives touch ours. Thank you, beloved presence, for expressing in and as each one. Thank you for caring for our lives. Thank you for healing our pain. Thank you for bringing your deep peace. In this moment, I invite you to enter into that experience of peace within your heart. It's one of the beautiful ways that we touch this divine presence. In that peace, I become receptive. In your peace, I am open. In your peace, I rest. So let's take this moment together to enter this place that we call that sacred stillness. A place where we simply rest at one with the one, following that direction of the Master. Peace. Be still. Peace. Be still. Peace. From this place of stillness, I invite each of us to go to that beautiful feeling of love within your heart. And simply breathe that feeling in and out. Letting the gentle pulse of that love fill this room. The gentle breath of love. Nurture and care. The very presence of love. Heal and make whole. Breathing love. Now we take this love and we radiate it from our hearts, sending it to each one who is dear to us. Blessing, healing, guiding. Sending it across the spiritual community to touch each person and everyone in their world with harmony, wisdom, radiant life. Sending this beautiful love from our hearts to every prayer request brought here, knowing with each one you are enfolded in divine love and lifted to that which is the highest. Letting this love flow through our hearts, out as waves of love across the communities in which we live, touching, healing, blessing. This love that flows across our nation, healing and calling forth wisdom. And that great love that flows from our hearts. We send it to all peoples. And we send it to all who join us in prayer, whether in mosque or synagogue, temple or church, whether gathered at home or on the hillside, for in seeking to know you, beloved presence, we are all one. Mother, Father, God, guide us. This love flows from our hearts to this beautiful earth to bring balance and harmony to all her systems, blessing to her creatures. And we send this love from our hearts about the earth so that it touches the heart of every single person in the earth. For you are that love in every heart. And in this love we are one. Divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. Please join me. Divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. And again, divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. Feeling that beautiful presence. Once again, divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. And it is so. In the peace and the presence of the living Christ. Amen.
tent. Oh, just like the river I keep running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
Oh, yes it will. It's been so hard living.
I'm not afraid to die, 'cause I know what's up there beyond the sky lies also on the inside. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
Oh, yes it will. If I'm alone in nature,
Oh, busy downtown.
a little voice keeps telling me God is all around.
It's been a long time coming, but I know change has come. Oh, yes it has.
Oh, yes it has.
And I know that my friends and family are sentence, angels surrounding me, and we're here for each other as we spiral up on our wings. Oh,
There've been times that I thought
I couldn't last for long, but now I know able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change has come. Oh, yes it has.
oh, yes it has.
Oh, yes it has.
Oh, yes it has.
Yes, 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 it
Yes, it
has.
has.
It's been a long time coming, and I know
A
change has come.
Thank you. My name is CL, and it is my pleasure to highlight a few of our upcoming events. Our Warm Clothes Drive for the homeless ends today. Please refer to the list of needs in your bulletin. We also have the Monument Crisis Food Barrel in the foyer for donations of non-perishable items for those in need. Next Sunday, our wonderful Joyful Noise Choir will bring the Christmas message alive for us at this special Sunday service. Make sure you come. For our family Christmas Eve service, our Unity children have created a very, very special service for you. Your heart will open this Christmas as you watch the young ones light their candles and hold them high in acknowledgement that the Christ light shines within them. Our traditional candle lighting service is at 8 p.m. Sacred music, both joyous and profound, will embrace us all as we call angels to join us. You will feel the touch of peace in your heart. Find out more about these and many of our other activities in your bulletin and online. Until you hear the gong, please take a short moment to greet those people immediately around you.
Please keep standing and join us in I release and I let go. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. One more time. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes!
There's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer. If you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. And when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. It's a long road when you face the world alone. No one reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love if you search within yourself, and the emptiness you felt will disappear. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. Lord knows dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone tear them away. Hold on, there will be tomorrow, and in time you'll find your way. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on,
And you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive.
and when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong,
And you finally see the truth
that a hero lies in. Lies in you.
Well, I think we've got a new dynamic duo. Wow, thank you both. How beautiful. How wonderful to have you up here. Oh, take that deep breath. Now, take it again. And as you breathe out all that awareness of the list of what you've got to do before Christmas, okay? Breathe in, breathe out. You're free. It's gone. Just here and now, this beautiful, beautiful place. So I've got good news that some presents have already been given. Christmas is not just limited to the tree. There's this beautiful creative energy of conscious creation that flows through the Christmas experience. And I know because I already got my Christmas present. Okay, so I wanted to share a little bit about it. I was in that place of thinking about the Mary story and the angel appearing to Mary and just taking all the question out of her life. I mean, she lays it right down. You know, here's what you're going to do, Mary. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what it's going to look like. Here's what you're going to name him, the whole thing. I was going, you know what? That clarity is really nice. I'd like some of that. Okay, I was in that a place where I was aware, you know, like change is already happened. What are we going to do with it? Where are we going? What are we about right now? You know, what's your purpose now? What's really important? What's not important? Anybody have any of those questions? Anybody raise your hand? Let's see. Okay, look around. Okay, good. So I was right there. Now I got to tell you, it's really embarrassing to have those questions when you teach people how to get their spiritual guidance. Okay, so I was at that point and saying, okay, I want to know. I want to have my angel experience. Okay, I want to get it. Here you are, and we understand the angel is that symbol of that connection from higher consciousness within our own being, within the purpose of the soul, with our connection with this infinite wisdom. That connection between us and the experience that we're living in right here. So that's the symbol of that angel. So I was ready for my angel experience. So I was wondering, why do I have all these questions? I mean, I'd done the, asking thing, and but then I got a little self-honest. I have to warn you, that's part of this process. Okay, it's the most unpleasant part of this process. Don't you hate self-honesty? Where you got to really go, okay. Well, I was thinking, that kind of question what's your real purpose? What are you really about now? As things change, what are we here for? What am I here for at this time, this point in my life? Not the ones in the past, right now. I realized that's kind of a big question. And when I kind of put it on the level of all those other questions, it wasn't getting answered. Now, I get wonderful guidance. Okay, what's happening right now? How do I do this? What's the clarity? What's helpful here? How do I respond to this? That guidance is there beautifully in my life. But somehow or other, I'd taken kind of that big question and I'd put it in the same pile of all those other questions. And it occurred to me, maybe it was more important. When you really want to know what you're about, we're in a time of change. What are these next years before you about? These things that are challenging their lives, not how to solve them, but what is this about for me? And so I said, okay, if it's an important question, in things that are important, we have to value. So how do we value something? Well, when you value someone, you go spend some time with them. You communicate with them. I figured that's what I needed to do with this. So I said, okay, I can do that. I said, I'm going to take 10 days and I'm going to go off in a little cabin by myself. I'm going to give that time to this question. Okay, because it's important. I want an answer. And it's okay if it doesn't come on the first day. I'm taking 10. Okay, now, let me tell you right now, I'm not suggesting anyone has to go take 10. I'm just suggesting that sometimes I get really stubborn. Okay? So, I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get this answer. I'm going to get my conversation with my angel. That's my Christmas present. And I don't want to wait till Christmas Eve. Okay? So, I did it. I went off to this wonderful cabin off in the woods. Now, this is not a wilderness experience. Okay, I'm a Californian. I don't go to just any cabin. If I'm going to go to a cabin, I go to a cabin in these beautiful redwoods. Okay? And I want a cabin that has everything there. Hot tub included, okay? I mean, we're talking about serious spiritual work, but we're not, we gave up that poverty thing a long time ago. So we're going to have a nice experience in this cabin. Okay, now the problem was, it was just me. So the quality of the cook wasn't what I'm used to. Okay? But nonetheless, survival would still take place. So I set up this 10 days in the cabin, and I went off, just me. Now, and I got to tell you why it's just me. It's not somebody else's spiritual program or something, because in my life, there has only been one individual who has ever limited my life experience or blocked any good in my life. And that is me. So I knew very well who it was I needed to deal with. Okay, and nobody else needed to deal with it, just me. So I got there, and then I knew if I'm going to be there, before I get to ask, there's some work I've got to do. Now, if I really want an answer to something that's important, and I'm not getting it now, then it's because the consciousness I have now is not receptive to it. That's not hard metaphysics. Okay? So, somewhere in me there had to be some cleanup. What it really is healing. I had to do that self-honesty thing. I had to look and say, what am I letting be in the way? What do I let drain my energy? What do I use as excuses to escape being about what is before me? Where do I still carry pain? So I had to look at those things. And I had to take the time to heal them. Now let me say, if you come here much, that's not a difficult question what you do. We focus on it a lot. It's very simple. I didn't say it was easy, I said it was simple. Where that pain is in us, we bring that love to it. Okay. We bring that love and enfold the pain and hold it in our love until it heals. And it does. So I spent a couple days taking that time. And it was important, and the truth is, it was so freeing. When that love would touch that hurt. Wow! To be free of carrying that anymore. I felt so blessed. And then I figured, okay, now, I can ask. Now I'm ready to ask. But what do I ask? And one of the problems I've had as I've worked with guidance over the year is I get the answers to the questions I ask. I've often realized after I got the answer, I asked the wrong question. So, what to ask? And, I think of the many ways when you look at the wonderful teachings that are out there on what's your life purpose, how do you figure that out, all that sort of thing. What makes you happy, what makes you joyful? That wasn't a question. What's your heart's desire? Well, that's a good question, but that's not really what I was asking. So I realized that if I was going to get the answer at the level that I wanted, the question had to be about giving. And I understand that because the nature of the divine is to give. That is the way God is. There is nothing that takes away from that giving. There is not a thought that would detract from that in divine mind. So if I was to align to whatever that was to come into my experience, it had to be in alignment. It had to be about giving. And so I had ended up, the question was quite simple. What is mine to give? What is mine to give? If I understood that, all else would flow. What is mine to give? Now, when I think of Mary's experience with the angel, they don't mention anything about her asking a question. And one of the reasons for that is I don't think they gave us the whole story. So, in my view of Mary, I go back to the years that I spent working with the Edgar Cayce teachings, the great American psychic. And I always loved his because he wasn't stuck in a theology. He was in his personal life, but in his others, he really had this amazing gift. And what he described an interesting way of looking at the Mary experience. He suggested that she and her family were part of a group, a sect of Judaism that was the Essenes. And that as such, her family made the commitment with her early in her life to spiritual service. And so she had gone as a young woman and was well educated. One of the things about the Essenes is that they had great respect for women. And their women were leaders, their women were educated, and they were teachers. And so here is this young woman of spiritual commitment, and she would have experienced fine teachers, also teachers that were women that help her understand that unique consciousness that could flow through her. And so her life had been to that point. The growing in the question of what is mine to do? And the answer was the angel. And it was laid out clear. Now, between you and I don't know if that story is true or not. I don't know if any of it's true. Okay. What I do know is when I think of it that way, it is consistent with what I have seen in terms of spiritual growth and preparation and response. So, true or not, I find it supportive of that understanding. So, this asking so that we get that response. So I got to do my asking. Now, if we're going to ask, we ask from the place that we can get answers. It is not our brain. The place we ask from is this place where we are connected with that infinite wisdom itself, with that spiritual self, with that soul you are, that is journeying here in this body, this earth experience. And it has purpose. So when I want to know what that is, we enter the heart. So I did that. That focusing on the heart. Entering into that beautiful feeling of love that opens the heart. Just dwelling in it. And then asking, what is mine to give? Very simple. And it felt beautiful to sincerely ask that in my heart. And I felt that love that I'd entered into. And that sense of openness and support and connection. And I rested there a little bit. And then my angel answered. And it was clear. Not only was there what was mine to give, but how and where and when and with it. And it's the gift of that spiritual connection. It's not just information. It's understanding. So I found I understood what that was about, what I am about. And it was beautiful and supporting and surprising because I hadn't thought about that before. Now, my experience isn't particularly important. It's helpful to me. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is, yes, those important questions can be answered. We all have access, full, complete access to what I'm calling that angel experience, that higher understanding about what we're about, not just some direction, but deep understanding and support within ourselves. And we are in a time of great change. And so it gets important to sit down, value the question, value your life and what it's about. Now, I've done real good at times in my life of just going from one task to the next. And I found if I'm willing to do that, the universe is willing to stack up those tasks, so I keep at it, okay? But I'm also aware that we're all here to play at a different level when we choose to. And when we really want to know, it's there. Value it. Whatever your way of taking that time, of creating that place to look honestly at yourself. Be in a way of asking that's nurturing and supporting of who you are. And taking those moments to heal. To bring that love to whatever it's that's sitting there. And we don't hide that very well. We really know what those things are. Bring that love to it. And then ask, what is mine to give? Say it with me. What is mine to give? Feel it. Again, what is mine to give? And again, what is mine to give? Feel that. It is a wonderful thing to know, isn't it? And it's there. That's not a Mary story. That is a picture of how our soul opens to receive guidance as we bring forth greater in our purpose, greater in our service, as we bring forth greater consciousness into our lives and into the world. And it is good. It is beautiful. It is simple. And there's an angel just hanging out there saying, anytime you want, I'm waiting. Bless you.
Our heart ministers are available after the service today to offer prayer support for your challenges or for your celebrations. You may see them around the sanctuary on the grounds praying with others. Our heart ministers are those wearing the lavender stoles. Your prayer requests can also be sent any time from our website. Now, I'd like to ask everyone to take the connection card from the seat pocket in front of you. And we invite you to take a moment to fill out this card if you have a prayer request, a question, or a comment. And if you are new to Unity, you are invited to fill out the card and to stop by our welcome table out on the patio. We look forward to meeting you. Thank you for checking the box if you are going to join in our spiritual focus this week. And as a reminder, that spiritual focus is, what is mine to give? The ushers will receive that card when we take the offering. And now it is time for our prosperity celebration. For credit card donations, there are envelopes provided in the back of each chair. Or, for those of you at home, just click on the donate button on our Watch Live page. Unity's co-founder, Charles Fillmore, taught that our spiritual connection opens us to God's abundance expressing in our lives. He said, "Be thankful for every blessing that you gain and grateful for every demonstration as if it were an unexpected treasure dropped in your lap. This will keep your heart fresh, for true thanksgiving may be likened like rain falling upon ready soil, refreshing it and increasing its productiveness." And now I invite you to take your tithe or offering in your hand and be aware that God is the source of all your good. And repeat our affirmation with me together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Because there's someone else who's worse off than you. Be grateful. Because there's someone else who'd love to be in your shoes. Be grateful for everything you are and what you do. Be grateful for your very soul. Is God expressing you? Be grateful. Be grateful because life never ends. Be grateful because the very Creator is our best friend. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. When you're a child of God, be grateful. Be everything you got. I got peace now. I got love now.
Let's bless our children together. Children, you are loved, special, and important. The light of God shines through you. Let's stand and take hands and share together our prayer of protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And our peace song. The love and the light and the peace in the earth right now. So let it shine and have fun.